Hey folks, and welcome back to Rattlesnake Acres. So it's been a little while. Winter was closing in on me, and I was trying to get as much done as possible and working a full-time job, and I really just didn't have time to mess with the camera. So my plan for this video, some of you probably already spotted in the background, I was going to do a video on the lathe. That's about a 1940s, 50s model metal lathe. I'm still working out some kinks. I got to do some bearing work, and then I may have to take the motor off and take it into a buddy and have him go through it and fix it. But I got that from some family of ours, Michelle, Tommy, and Ashley. Their papa had passed away, and he had it in the shop, and I ended up going and getting it. And anyway, it's going to get its own video. It's way too cool not to. But now this is a bandsaw before bandsaws were cool. It's a motorized hacksaw, and you will get to see that in this video. That also come from Tommy, Michelle, and Ashley. And then this drill press actually came from my papa. He gave it to me a while back. You'll get to see that in this video, but let's get down to what we're doing in this video. So guys, you know I'm a sucker for something that needs a little love, a little work, cheap. Didn't get any cheaper than this welder here. We're actually going to throw it out at work, scrap it. And I asked the boss what was wrong with it, and he's like, well, I don't think it needs much. And I said, well, I'll give you scrap price for it. And he said, I'll do you one better than that. He said, load it up and take it home. So thanks again, Derek, for that. I spent $50 and got the part it needed. It works now. I'll put in a picture of how I tested it. A little sketchy. Don't do the things I do, kids. But today we're going to build a cart for this to go on because I want to be able to move it around my shop. And then I've got this basically scrap pieces of metal here that I've dug up. I'm going to use those to build it. And you can see this axle here. We're going to use it too. The welder will sit on the cart, and then my wife bought me a plasma cutter either for my birthday or Father's Day. I don't remember which. It'll sit on top of the welder. And guys, if you do not have a plasma cutter, you have a shop, small farm, homestead, whatever, get one if you do any welding or anything, because you're going to save all that money on acetylene and oxygen. And don't get me wrong, a torch still has its place. I love a torch. You're going to need one sometimes, but for just cutting stuff, you cannot beat a plasma cutter, and you'll save tons. But anyway, as with everything else in my life, I don't really have a plan to build this. I've got I got a vision in my head, but y'all can't see that, and I'm not an artist, so let's get to it. All right, guys. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to take some measurements, and I will warn you, I'm going to be doing some welding in this video. I'm not sure how bright it's going to be on the camera, so if you're sensitive to lights like that, I guess don't look. I don't know. I'll say cover before I strike an arc. So we got 12 and a half. Y'all remember that. And then 21 and 3/4. So we got 12, 1/2. I done forgot 21 3/4. Yep. 21 3/4. So my plan is, guys, I'll cut this down. It'll be the front and the back, and then this will run along the side, but it'll be in there like that, so that welder will sit down in it. And then I will cut this just a shade over 12 and a half. We're going to do 12 and 3/4. I'll mark it and we'll go over here. All right, folks. I've got my mark. This is pretty simple. Put where it's barely touching. And then we're going to bring our saw blade down. Kind of like a miter saw, you can put it on the mark. And then give her just a little bit of oil if I can get anything out of here. Might be empty. Okay. Well, I guess everything's empty. And you can put a little pressure on it, or you can just let it ride down. I normally I'll put just a shade pressure on it. All right. 12 3/4.
That's pretty smart.
All right. We're not looking for perfection, guys. As long as it's close, I'm good with it. Now, on this one, we're going to do 21 3/4, but we've got to add an 1 1/4. So 2 1/2. 24 1/4. Now, if I got that measurement wrong, I know somebody is cringing right now because I'm about to go ahead and cut it. Now, a quick disclaimer. I'm no welder. I can weld. It'll hold. But I'm no welder, okay? So if you came here to learn how to weld, you may want to go somewhere else. But like I said, I'll say cover before I strike the arc. I don't know yet how the camera is going to react. So we're just kind of going to play it by ear. Y'all bear with me. Cover. All right, that's one. Cover. Now, I will use that end to make sure everything's square. What I'll do Set this somewhere where I won't arc it. I'll do this side first. All right. Cover. I'm not gonna have any sawhorses left. Might need a clamp. I may be able to hold that. Cover. I need to make some kind of metal plate go over my sawhorses when I'm doing stuff like this. Little test fit. That'll work. Now, I'll weld these bottoms up.
I forgot to say cover. I'm sorry, guys. Nobody get it, mate. Cover. That one's gonna look awful. Cover.
I need another rod. Guys, I'm burning 6013. I've got a 1940s AC model welder. It's a 40. By AC, not AC model. Model's a 40. It's alternating current instead of a DC. Cover. Bit. A little aggravating to start sometimes. Alrighty. Some of those look kind of rough, but for what we're doing, it does not matter. I do want some kind of a, I guess you'd say a gusset, about halfway here. So what I'll do, guys, I will cheat. I'm not going to really measure it. Just going to make me a little mark. And I will be back. Guys, I could be using the plasma to cut all this, but the truth is I just love using that old saw. Beautiful. 12. Nothing really matters. Cover.
Cover. Cover.
Where do we want to put the axle? I guess we'll just slap her on the back here. Find center on this. We got 26 and a half, so 13 and a quarter. Cover.
cover,
So I want to find out how tall this card is going to sit off the ground. So I'm going to go from there. That's 1 inch shaft. So from the top of the shaft, 4.5, so 5.5 inches. Now I'm going to make me a little T to weld up here at 5.5 inches. So we'll cut this off and go from there. All right, now we're over at the drill press. So what I've done, I've marked center, and I'm going to drill through it, and hopefully I'll drill through it, then I'll cut it, and that should make a saddle for the pipe to sit in for the handle. Y'all see it in a minute. And this may work terribly. I don't know. Never tried it. I'll get this set up and then I'll bring y'all over. All right, guys. So this is gonna be my handle. In case you haven't figured that out, so I'm gonna get it all welded up, and then we're gonna have to figure out some bracing, and we're just about done. Cover.
cover, cover. Oh, I come back and hit that one again. Cover, cover,
Now, set those there. Oh, it looks bad on this side. Now I'm gonna button up a few ends, and then we'll probably work on bracing. We need something from here to here. Cover. Whew. All right. See if I can do this without burning myself. Set her on the ground. I think I will, probably not in this video, maybe not even in a video. I'll probably put a handle here somewhere so we can just grab it that way. I mean, this will work for now. It's kind of awkward, but it's all right. Better than having to carry it. Alrighty. I like it. Well, guys, there you have it. We got our plasma and our welder on one cart. I've got about a 20-foot drop cord, and I'll probably have a 15-foot lead so I can get all around the shop here, maybe even out the door a little bit. But I think this cart's going to be great. Still got to buy those leads. And guys, remember, this was not a welding instruction video. I'm sure there's channels that can teach you how to weld if you're looking to weld. But anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. If you don't mind, like, subscribe. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Just come back and see us here in Rattlesnake Acres. Thank you.